new nuggets that you get. Joining me right now is Republican North Carolina Congressman Robert Pittenger. Sir, it's great to have you with me. And you initially tried to tell your constituents that defunding the health care law by halting government operations, that was a bad idea. But then you voted for the shutdown anyway under this intense pressure by conservative groups. So now you are going down by not standing up. Do you regret that decision?
Well, sir, I said in the summertime at 6 town hall meetings that I felt like it was a noble effort, but an ill-fated strategy. I felt like that President Obama would stick by his signature legislation, which he's done. Sometimes you need to be careful what you wish for. The impact of Obamacare has been clear. Premiums are going up. You know, the jobs are down. CBO says it's unsustainable in spending. I really felt like it was the wrong strategy, but when we addressed the need for taking care of our military, I just couldn't imagine not sending a check to families of those fighting in Afghanistan or defending us around the world. But when that was addressed, I felt that this was an effort that the American people needed us to fight for.
At this point,
so
sir,
to
with
that
the government,
end, we addressed that.
With the government shutdown, the debt ceiling looming, with anything movement that comes out of the Senate, would you vote for it if John Boehner brings it to the floor? Well,
Speaker Boehner will bring it to the floor. He has said all along that he would not allow there to not be an increase in the debt ceiling. That is something that's proven. He's concerned about the markets, as we all are. We want the best for this country. I think the real issue at the table right now is what goes beyond this. This is a temporary fix. We need to be addressing the larger issue, and that's the out-of-control spending. If you're taking in, $2.5 trillion, but spending $3.5 trillion, well, you've got a problem. We have a $17 trillion debt. We have a $60 trillion unfunded mandates. This has to be addressed. This has to get on the radar screen.
Why isn't anybody addressing it, though? I mean, why is everybody so hamstrung over the ACA, a law that was vetted by both houses of Congress, that was sent up and vetted by the Supreme Court, that the president was reelected on? It seems like the Republicans have backed themselves into a corner over something that the people have spoken out that they are in favor for over and over again. That's why we're in the shutdown. But now we get pushed up as hostages, American hostages, get pushed up to the debt ceiling, and now we're getting warnings from Wall Street that we may go down like we did a credit rating grade in 2011 because of the same foolishness that went on.
Obamacare is his legacy, and that's what he's chosen. He'll have to live with that. The impact of it will be felt. We're hearing responses from folks all over the district and all over the country. But clearly, Mr. Obama has not addressed the single biggest issue in this country, and that is out-of-control spending. It is a $17 trillion debt. When he came to speak to our conference, he didn't bring it up. When he did his inauguration, he never brought it up. When he did the State of the Union, he never brought it up.
But out-of-control spending, when we talk about this, the debt ceiling is we need to pay off our bills. This is stuff that you have already guaranteed the money for, already stuff that you have voted on to approve. And now you're going to let us default on that because we're already in the shutdown mess. It's two calamities rolling into one. But this is not as if we're letting more money go out. This is promissory money that we've already spent. So how can we default on that?
What's the lesson to be learned? The lesson to be learned is we cannot continue in the trajectory that we're on. If you talk to Peter Orszag, who was a budget writer for Mr. Obama, Erskine Bowles, whom I've known for 20 years, budget writer for Mr. Clinton, Paul Ryan, they're all saying the same thing.
Until we address the spending trajectory,
we are not fixing the problems in this country.
How does the Republican Party continue on the trajectory that it is on? You have unprecedentedly low numbers across the country for the work that's been done right now. It seems like everyone has Stockholm Syndrome to the Tea Party members. And I know that when you got to Washington, D.C., you thought you were going to be able to do something original and break some of the stalemates of what the Tea Party was trying to do. But it seems as if everybody's become a hostage of them within your own party. Why is that?
Washington's a mess. I don't question that whatsoever. We have to talk to each other. We have to sit down. I've been a businessman for 40 years. I knew when to make adjustments. I knew when to sit down with people. And we have to do that. We tried valiantly. We tried, I think, 17 different times. We went to the House and the Senate with different appropriations and different proposals. And we didn't meet with much favor. So I think it takes two parties at the table. At a late hour, they started talking. It was a little late to start talking. we have to address these fiscal issues. Unless we address the spiraling out of control spending in this country, we will fiscally collapse like Greece.
I agree,
That's
but
exactly
first let's
what
get the government needs to get back up and running to the sequester negotiated cuts that both sides had already agreed on, although items for the ACA had to be wedged in there. That's where the sticking pin goes, and now here we are up against the debt ceiling. Sir, I know you said that when you got to Washington, D.C., you were going to make a change, and so we hope that you can. I know it's tough. The waters are sharky there, but we're going to let you get back to work. Thank you, Congressman Robert Pittenger from North Carolina.
I appreciate it.